Hey guys, welcome back.
Whoop whoop.
I'm Raquel.
I'm Jake.
And this is Don't You Know? So, how you been doing, Jake?
I've been good. I've been swell. I've been on top of the world. No, yeah, pretty normal. Just, normal stuff. Work and play.
I'm hoping that we'll have some good stuff in the works soon. We'll see. I feel like I say that like every podcast. And we don't have anything in the works.
Stuff in the works.
We do. We have a lot of stuff going on in the background. You guys just don't see it yet. Yeah. So let's, I guess, do a couple of updates for podcast-wise. France, I believe, is a new listener.
Bonjour.
Yes. And so for last month, California won by a lot.
Nice. Congrats.
It won by almost half the views in the United States.
Wow. Good job, y'all, West Coast listeners.
Yay!
Keep up the good work.
Well, everyone on the West Coast is in bed from the coronavirus, so I guess they have nothing else to do but listen to the podcast.
I've heard that it's basically inevitable. We're all going to get it. It's just a matter of time. Just make sure
Except for Greenland.
Yeah, that's a good point. But even then, they'll eventually get it. It's like, until they come up with the vaccine, you're basically going to get it. So drink your fluids, drink your water. I got some right here. Listen.
Yeah.
You can't hear my ice, but it's there. And if you're sick with it right now, I feel for you. I get the flu hard every year, and I feel... Last time I got the flu, I literally wrote a note to my parents that was like, I love
remember
you,
this.
And it's been good. But if I don't wake up tomorrow, just know that it was good. I had a good run. And I woke up the next morning and I felt really dumb and ripped it up. But, yeah, I get the flu hard and I'm not looking forward to this inevitability. Also, I got work deadlines. I can't afford to get sick right now. I can't do it. I got too much going on. Yikes.
And it's right around flu season, so it's almost like, it's really bad and it's spreading really bad, but at the same time, it's like, it's flu season. And this is almost like the flu.
It's just
so it makes sense why it's spreading so bad.
Yeah. The problem is it's just really infectious and it's slowing down industry really hard. But,
Oh, yeah, especially from, China. Everything comes from China, and it's like a shutdown.
Well, there's so many people in China.
Jacob, they need to figure out what they're going to do, though, because apparently Japan is, second to China. And that affects our trip to Japan. In December.
It'll all be over by then.
Yeah, it better be over by then.
We'll be immune to it by then, or dead. One or the other. Either way, we're not going to care about the Japan trip.
Randy said that if we can't go to Japan, we can go to Australia. He's got family there.
I got friends there.
So we might be able to stay at... He says his family owns a couple... he's got, two, family branches or whatever there, and they both have homes, so we could probably just crash at one of their houses.
Nice.
So we don't have to pay for a ticket there. So when we get our tickets for Japan... Yeah, so when we get our tickets for Japan, we have to pay for the extra insurance for cancellation, just in case.
Nice. Sounds good.
Okay, well, let's talk, we never actually, I know you said you were all good, but we didn't actually talk about too much about our lives.
Alright, what you got?
I went to Sky Zone.
Sky Zone? What is Sky Zone? Is that one of those trampoline parks?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, but it had, a little trampoline section, it had, another one of those, but this one was for dodgeball, it had, a little Ninja Warrior course.
Dodgeball and trampolines sounds amazing.
Yes. It was. I just stood there.
It also sounds like it would be pretty easy because you can see if somebody jumps, you know right where the apex of their jump is going to be because they can't affect, physics, So you're like, oh, you're going to land right there. I'm just going to throw it there.
Yeah. See, our problem was that there was a lot of, little kids on the other end. So we didn't really want them to get hurt either.
That's the worst. See, little kids have an advantage because you don't want them to get hurt. If you weren't afraid, you would just win. But little kids, that's cheating.
Anyways, but yeah. So, and then they also had this place where you can do slam dunks on some basketball goals because of trampoline.
Nice.
And then they had another section where it had 2 goals and trampolines for each goal. And you had one person on one side and one on the other, and you shoot. And you could choose to try to jump up and block it or whatever.
Or alley-oop it.
Alley-oop. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. They had a little zip line kind of thing, and you go into a foam cube pit thing.
Oh, the foam pit.
I could not get out. It ate me. I couldn't get out. I struggled so hard.
You have like your big arms, like you're swimming.
Yeah, like these cubes were like the size of my arm.
Nice. That sounds fun.
It was.
Did Nick and Frank do the big slam dunk alley-oops?
No, they didn't come with me, but I want to take them next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think their membership I saw was like $20 a month, and you get like unlimited times to go. So I'm going to see if that's for the Anaheim only one or the one near me has it. Because if the one near me has it, then yeah, I would do it and probably see if Nick and Frankie want to do it because they would love the dodgeball one.
Yeah.
And they would love the basketball one. So, and the one near me also has like tug of war, and it has the little like balance beam where you have like the little bar thing that you can hit people off with.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I did that, and then that's about it. So that was my weekend. Oh, and I went to like a pop meetup and got some stickers.
Some stickers? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was thinking like pot stickers, but again, it's pop, not pot.
Yeah. No.
Pot stickers are pretty good though. They're like Asian food.
And that's it for me. Anything interesting for you?
Nothing too much. I went to the Mercer campus again and walked around, and it was pretty good. We did some nostalgia. I showed the girlfriend around. We saw all the cool buildings and went by Tarver Library. We actually, I won't confirm or deny, but we may or may not have gotten into one of the basements of the building, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, pretty good time. It was nice. You know, I never really realized just how much I kind of missed campus, but you know, sometimes it's good to go back and see where you kind of started your journey at, you know?
Yeah. Did you see that one Facebook post I posted of the memories?
No, which one?
It was the high five one. I completely forgot about that video. I did it like a couple days ago. Do you remember that? Where we were walking around and they had a couple of stuff on the ground and one of them was a high five spot. So me and Lindsay did a high five on the high five spot.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. I was just texting on the side. Pretty good. It's like, that's kind of akin to like wearing a shirt that says free hugs.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely want to see the campus if I am able to go out during the summer. I want to go see the campus.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They've added a few buildings since you've been here.
I heard that the pizza shop changed ownerships again.
Yeah, but it's still so it was Ingleside and now it's Sauce, but it was the cook who bought the restaurant from the previous owner, and so now he owns it. So it's pretty much the same.
Well, no, I saw that it was changed. It's not the sauced anymore.
No, I was there yesterday and it was 100% sauced.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe it is going to change because I saw it on Mercer's. They posted it on Facebook that it was being changed.
Maybe. Well, I didn't see that.
So, they were saying that they were gonna have some of the same food with some additional stuff.
Nice.
I don't know.
Well, as long as I got pizza, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's still gonna be pizza. Don't worry. How often do you actually go there and get pizza, though?
Never, because I live in the next town down.
Exactly.
If they don't deliver 30 minutes south, then they're not going to get my business. I'm sorry. I like you guys.
Oh, man, I miss their garlic knots. I crave them all the time.
You can
and
make
I just haven't found
knots.
Anywhere.
Just make some. Go to Reddit.
I did make some. I used the recipe you sent me, and it just still wasn't quite the same.
Oh.
I think what it was is I kind of slightly overcooked them. They weren't quite as doughy as I like.
Ah, I see.
But see, that's the thing is I followed the recipe and so I put it in for that amount of time. And everyone depends on their kind of amount of doneness that they like.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Well, shall we go into media?
Media. Yes, let's. What do you got?
Okay, so I've seen 2 movies.
2 movies. Wow, you're vigilant.
I've seen 2 movies and I have seen a TV show.
I've seen none. 0.
Okay. Well, actually, it was an anime. Okay, so I guess it's just all about me. Ha ha ha.
Well, I can talk about video games. I've been playing Apex more, but that's not exciting. I played 3 games yesterday. I was in between. I was like, I got home from one thing and I was about to go to a different thing, and I was like, I'll play a couple quick games. And I played 3 and I won my 3rd game and I did well. I contributed to the fight. It felt good. It's such a good feeling when you win a game on Apex because it's so hard.
Nice.
When you win, you feel like an absolute legend. Anyway, but that's not as exciting as your movies. What did you see?
Okay, so I saw Knives Out.
Knives Out, what's that about?
It's the one where it's like the Clue movie.
Oh, okay.
The one where it has like all the big time actors, kind of like Chris Evans, the lady from Freaky Friday, the girl from that plays Hannah from 13 Reasons Why, the guy who
Big
plays...
actors, I haven't heard of any of these, but I don't really watch that many movies or TV, so...
So, okay, well, you had to have heard of Freaky Friday.
Oh, that's...
With Lindsay Lohan?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember now. Touche. I have heard of that one. And I've seen it, too.
The mom is in there.
Okay.
You've seen It, right?
Not the new one. I've seen the original.
Oh, okay. Well, one of the characters from that's in there. And then Chris Evans, who plays Captain America. So you obviously know who that is.
Yeah, kind of. I can't picture him, and I've never seen it. But I know who it is.
And I think they said...
Never trust
my
anybody
brother
with two first names,
and my uncle
you know?
both said something about James Bond. I guess one of the actors from James Bond is in there.
Okay, cool.
So anyways, that was pretty good actually. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I did feel at certain points it was kind of cliche or predictable, but for the most part it was really, really good. I enjoyed it.
Well, that's just because you're so smart.
Well, it's because one of those things that like it came together too quickly.
Oh, I
too
see.
fast. And so you knew something was different. And so then you start to try to guess what's different. What are you not, like, aware of?
What are you missing?
So, it makes it, like, whereas if they drag it out and then at the very end it's completely something different, you're not kind of really guessing. You're following kind of their train of thought. Whereas this one, it was kind of like, boom, here's the person at the very beginning. And then you're like, wait, they already found out who the person is? Like, the movie's still, like, it's a 2-hour-long movie, and we're only 30 minutes in. So, obviously, There's more to this than this is the person.
Right.
So, another movie I saw, which was awesome, I saw My Hero Academia, Hero Rising, with my brothers.
You know, I
actually,
saw
one of my
that
brothers.
I was looking for movies to go see, and that popped up, and I was like, isn't that an anime? And there were, like, no times showing near my area, so I was just like, whatever. But yeah, they did make a movie of that, didn't they?
Yeah, it's the second anime movie for that series, because
I don't
it's a
know
TV
anything
show.
about that anime. What's, like, the plot in general? It's like a school of superheroes?
Basically, so what it is
Guess
in
that
the
from
world...
the title. Talk about a 200 IQ play.
There you go. So in the anime, about 80%, I think they say about 80% of the world has power. And of those people, they choose to be heroes or villains. So what they do is they end up and they call it quirks, not powers, they call it. And what they do is basically you have superheroes who, based on popularity, get paid that way. So they make a living out of being superheroes. They have a school, basically like a college. Oh no, it's high school. The high school to learn how to be superhero, to use your quirks and be a superhero.
Uh-huh.
And so what the movie was about was basically they have like this class has had a lot of issues with villains and stuff like that, and they're just learning to be superheroes. They're not like actually professional superheroes. And so what they try to do is the number one superhero just like lost his powers on live TV. So the villains have increased by a lot, and so they're running low on like superheroes. And so what they do is they send these kids to an island that doesn't have a lot of crime, but doesn't have a superhero either. And so they have them doing like little small things, kind of trying to get some experience. And so that's what the movie is about, is because obviously a big villain shows up, and then they have to fight.
Yeah.
Fight
that's how. Yeah, of course. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a big movie. That's interesting. So, what's the villain like in this time, or is that too much of a spoiler?
It's kind of a little bit is. He obviously is like it comes off in the very beginning. You could tell he kind of steals powers, but going too much into details on his powers would kind of ruin the movie.
So it's like that TV show Heroes, way back from like 2011.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I never saw that, but
I was
it
just in
sounds
a
like
conversation
it.
with somebody about it. Every time I had the bad guy steals powers.
So, and then my last thing was I watched this anime. I'm almost finished with it, and I only watched it because Randy told me I should watch it, and I almost didn't get past the first like 2 episodes. And it's called Kill la Kill.
I have heard of that. Yeah, Kill la Kill, but I haven't watched it. I was talking to a girl who watched it, and I never watched it.
Yeah, it is a lot of like fan service.
I was gonna say that's what I think it was. It was a lot of fan service, but I'm sure it's got a good plot too.
Well, see, that's the thing. It was like really stupid and just like unnecessary fan service. And then after like so I watched 2 episodes and I was like, I don't think I could watch this. Like, I can't do this. And he was like, I don't remember what he said. I watched like 2 more episodes, and that's when it like clicked. I was like, wait a second. This is like purposely making fun of actual action anime.
So it's like a parody.
Like the unnecessary fan service.
It's all ironic.
Yeah, it's a fan service, and like they're all talking about, oh, the way of the clothing. The clothing wears you. You don't wear the clothing, and like, you know, like being really serious, but they're talking about clothing.
But at what point does your irony become reality? You know what I mean? Like how long do it's like I've heard the style of like trendy words like yeet yeet or whatever, or like whatever. It's like you hear it and you're annoyed at it, and then you start using it ironically, and then it's like you can't stop using it, and it's like, oh my goodness, please help me. And at what point do you stop being ironic and start being like, that's actually who you are now? Congratulations, you dab for real now. You're no longer making fun of the Zoomers. You're now actually dabbing. How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it becomes no longer irony when you are no longer able to stop yourself from doing it. Right. When you do it unconsciously.
Do you think they pull it off, or are they actually running it?
You know what? I like have like 2 more episodes, and I kind of enjoy it now.
I gotcha.
Because it's obviously like a joke on it, but at the same time, it's still like interesting. Like it still has like a plot behind it. It's a parody, but it also still has a plot that keeps you interested.
They have a plot, don't they?
So I definitely so it's good, and that's it. That's all I have. Let's go into our topic.
Yeah, let's move right on, because I don't have too much. Just Apex.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our topic, which is St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
Dun, 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 dun.
My birthday is in 2 days.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Yeah. So, I think we should go ahead and do the most obvious don't you know for St. Patrick's Day.
What's that?
Don't you know you have to wear green?
Yeah, you do. You might not get pinched, but I mean, come on, what are you doing? It's like one day of the world that you have to wear a single color. Can't you just play along? It'd be fun.
Okay, so going along with the don't you know, you must wear green. But you also, don't you know, you can't just say your underwear or bra has green in it. Like, if you didn't wear green, just toughen up and admit that you didn't. You forgot. And just take your punishment.
Yeah, no cheating.
Like, don't do that cheat route.
St. Patrick would be very
angry. Oh, my
angry
socks have green.
If he heard you were cheating.
He will send the snakes that he banished out to your house.
Yeah, come on. You're not a saint. You're the saint of lying and cheating. Is that what you want on your tombstone? So-and-so, listener to Don't You Know, was the saint of lying and cheating.
What do you do on St. Patrick's Day? What's your favorite St. Patrick's Day that you've had?
Honestly, most of mine are pretty low-key. I've never gone to, like, the big old festivals or anything. It sounds like a lot of fun. And honestly, if you get one near you, it really does sound like a lot of fun. The only time I've ever gone...
The Savannah.
Atlanta does a lot of stuff, too. I've just never gone. Because usually for me... Oh, dear. Usually for me, it's just kind of a chill kind of thing. Like, I'll wear green to work, but, yeah, I'm not really going out that day. Although, to be fair, last year, 2019, I did go out. And I went to Just Tapped in Macon. Just because I had nothing better to do. And I went out. And I got a free mug, because if you go to Just Tapped and you order an Irish style beer, they give you a free mug. I didn't know anything about it's not a mug, it's like a glass. I didn't know anything about that, but I went out on my own volition. I ordered an Irish beer on my own volition, and I got a free mug. Felt pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah. Again, it's not a mug, it's a glass. But it's a good glass. It's thick. It's sturdy. It's like a Russian woman. Yeah, it's nice. And I fill it up with ice water, usually, because it's big. It holds a lot, so I can put it on my nightstand and sip water all night, just like St. Patrick intended.
Well, okay.
What about you?
I don't really do too much. It's my aunt's birthday on St. Patrick, so a lot of times...
Oh, wow.
We'll go out for dinner.
Way to steal the show. Way to make it all about you, Auntie. I'm just teasing.
Yeah. So you should just go out to eat for her birthday.
That's good.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't do too much. I'm trying to think of what we did in college. I don't even think we did anything in college.
No, it's not pushed too hard
unless it was
college.
like near the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only the weekend that followed or before or whatever.
What sorts of meals are you eating on the birthday / St. Patty's Day?
Oh, actually, I think one year for Auntie Pat's birthday, we didn't even go out to eat. We had, what was it, like cabbage something?
Corned beef and cabbage?
Corned beef and cabbage. I think that's what it was.
So when I still lived at my parents' house, and so my family, so honestly, I thought I was 50% Irish because I thought my mom was Irish and my dad was half Polish, half German. Took a DNA test and turns out I'm mostly British. I got a lot of Eastern European in me, so like Polish, Russian, and then I got some German and then a tiny bit of Irish that I thought I had a lot of Irish, but only a tiny bit. Anyway,
hey Jacob, guess what?
What?
I'm 27% Irish.
You're more than me. I'm like 8%. But I thought I was 50%. My mom's maiden name is Donnelly. I mean, come on, how much more Irish can you get? Anyway.
Mine is Ofield, which is Irish.
I didn't even know that. I had no idea what the origin of Ofield is. Anyway, long story short.
I'm thinking it used to be of field, or O field, like with apostrophe.
Ah, yes, you're Marty of the field. That's racist.
Anyways, continue with your story.
So, whenever it's a St. Patty's Day at my family, my mom would usually make corned beef and cabbage, and she's a pretty good chef. She knows her way around a kitchen. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, corned beef and cabbage is so good. You put the vinegar all over that puppy, and you eat it up. I love it. But ever since leaving the home, it's been really hard for me to find that because it's not a popular dish. How many restaurants can you think of that serve corned beef and cabbage? It's not going to be very popular.
You have to go to like an actually Irish bar.
Yeah, how many of those?
There's actually an Irish bar in Sacramento.
Around central Georgia. Not many.
Oh, yeah. There's an Irish bar that's like downtown from like a couple blocks from my work.
Yeah.
I don't think they have
like not
corned beef and hash though. Yeah.
Anyway, it's so good, and realistically,
you just have to learn how to make it.
Realistically, I could just get a recipe by myself and just make it myself. But I'm not that invested, especially now that I found out I'm only 8%. I don't even care about this holiday. No, I'm just teasing.
You know what I found out?
What?
When I was doing my because I was looking into the DNA stuff because I was curious about it.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I got mine, I got my results back from when I did it for my Christmas present.
Nice.
And so I was looking more into it because I was curious about it, and come to find out that we do it based off of saying you get 50% of your parents and 50% of both your parents, and
roughly,
that's your percentage. But you can get if your parents are mixed, you don't get exactly half of everything that they are. You can get different variations of it.
I don't think you get half and half of, even if they're for lack of a better term, pure blood. Mm-hmm. I think it kind of all depends on where
you can get mixed.
Where the cookie crumbles, and that's what's so fun about genetics.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So
particle, I'm not a biology guy, but every single one of those RNA and DNA is going to be a little different.
So I mean, your mom could be, whatever Irish, you just didn't get any of it.
Yeah, no, and that's what I think it is. I think that so I got 3 siblings, and I think if each of us took a DNA test, it's going to be different for each one of us, because that's just how it works.
Yeah, it's going to be different, but it'll still show a certain, amount of similarities.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, not me, though. I'm mostly British. I'm, as white as they come.
I was a little bit of British, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so back to St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
I have an article.
Okay, let's go right into that.
Which I'm not sure you're able to pull up.
Probably I will attempt to pull up. My computer's been having issues. I don't know what's been edited in, but my computer has been absolutely on the fritz. And it's been toying with my patience. Psychology Today. St. Patrick's Day drinking. Facts, hangovers, and advice. Mm-hmm. With a hiccup in there. Perfect for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, and it is by... Wait, I don't see...
You should be able to... You should be... It's Frida Watson.
No,
MPH.
I had to scroll up for that part. I was looking down because normally it's wherever it says posted, that's usually where the person's name is at. So I was not I only had the title at the very top, and I was so I had to scroll up.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird placement there.
I think I actually thought that was an advertisement, so I had to scroll down some.
It's an advertisement for the author.
So I think this article is cool. We're obviously not going to go too much in detail for it, but I think it's got some some good statistics that are interesting, and it's got even some tips that are good for St. Patrick's Day, because St. Patrick's Day, one of the biggest things, especially if you're over 21, of course, is drinking.
Yeah.
So it talks about kind of safeties and stuff like that. 1 in 6 adult binge drinks about 4 times a month, consuming about 8 drinks per binge. So that's like 32 drinks in a month.
That's why you have to get really big glasses and just fill them up. So you can be like, oh, I've only had 1 drink, but really it's like 64 ounces.
And then it also says binge drinking is more commonly among young adults between 18 and 34. 18?
18, well, I mean, 18 is below the legal limit, but you are an adult by that point. And 34, that's a big range. That's a huge range.
Yeah.
I mean...
And then it says... binge drink more often. So you have binge drinking more common among them. So you have these adults. It's not necessarily say they do it all the time. It just says that like they all do it. Whereas 65 to older are reported to drink more often. To binge drink more often.
Yeah, because if you made it
an average of 5 to 6 times a month.
If you made it that long, I mean, what do you have left to do other than just drink? No, that's a joke. I'm just teasing. There are plenty of hobbies to explore.
Well, I mean, at that age, you're retired, so, I mean, why not kick back? It's not like you had to work the next day.
Here at Don't You Know, we don't condone alcoholism. But realistically, I mean, if you live that long, it's probably because you've pickled your liver, and it's like preserved, You know what you're doing.
Apparently, like, more and more, like, college students, like, actually take stuff to help their liver because they drink so much.
I can always tell when I'm a little far on the on the spectrum, if you will. And there are times when I'm like, I just need a water tonight, and that's good. Don't you know? Drink water, stay hydrated, give your liver a break.
Yeah.
If you're sipping a beer while you're listening to this, go get a water. It can't hurt you. It's not gonna sober you up that much. It'll just help you feel better in the morning.
There are some people that drink like a beer every day.
Yeah, I mean, do what you do.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think my grandpa drinks like a beer or 2 every day.
Yeah. I mean, doctors might say there's something wrong with that. I'm not a doctor. We're not posing to be any medical practitioners here, but
yeah,
drink some
as
water.
long as your doctor says your liver's good, it doesn't matter, I guess. It makes it harder for you to lose weight though, because the beer gut thing.
Yeah, honestly, alcohol.
Beers have so much calories.
Yeah, they do too, and they're not good for you. But
don't you know that beer gut exists? Ask my brother. He went to Georgia and he started, he was drinking like beers every so often, and he came here and he was drinking the beers every so often, like more often, and he had a beer gut, and he was like, "I have a beer gut. I'm not happy about this. I gotta go play basketball." I
know, right? No, but I mean, hey, people are in a dad bod these days. All I'm doing is getting the ladies riled up. Honestly, I don't understand dad bod. I don't really know how or why that became a thing. I like a nice, lean, lithe figure, and that's what I strive for. That being said, I haven't done cardio in like months. If you told me to jog right now, I would probably die. My heart would explode.
Aww.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's how I was.
I'm not that bad.
When Randy and I went to Sky Zone, he was like, "How long do you want to go?" And I was like, because it was like an hour and a half, or 2 hours.
What?
And I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Huh, what? An hour? That's like nothing. If I'm paying to go on trampolines, I'm going to go as long as I can.
No, it was an hour and a half, or 2 hours.
Okay.
I was like, I will die if we do 2 hours.
Oh, you were saying that's too long. I was like,
honestly.
Oh, I see.
And he was like, well, I want to do longer than an hour, because I actually, I want to go and jump around a lot. I was like, okay, so you're doing an hour and a half. I was like, I'm still might die. But I did it. It was fun. My legs aren't even sore. But nice. For some reason, my torso is. My abs and my back are all sore.
So I went on a trampoline a month or 2 ago. And honestly, so I had a trampoline in high school, and I would be on that thing constantly, and I could do front flips and back flips, and we would wrestle, and we would do all sorts of stuff. That trampoline was a big part of myself growing up, And a couple months ago, here I am. I'm now 27. I was 26 at the time. I went on that trampoline. I was on there so long. So it was it was my girlfriend's family Christmas party, and so I didn't want to act like I'm a complete child and spend all my time on the trampoline. But on the other hand, they get a trampoline, and when do I get the chance to jump on a trampoline? So I spent a lot of time on their trampoline, and I had so much fun. I want you to know I can still do a front flip. I can still do a back flip on a trampoline, mind you. I cannot do one on flat ground. I've tried. I landed on my head last time I did a backflip on flat ground. No, I went straight onto my head. Like some. If she was filming it, it would have been on like America's Funniest Videos or something.
Oh my god, speaking of America's Funniest Videos.
What you got?
I was chasing around the little kitten that we have.
Oh.
Though I think he's a cat at this point. I think he's probably about a year old now at this point.
Okay.
And we have wooden floors. I have socks.
Nice.
I have slid before on the floors. I have almost fallen. This time I was playing with him and I was trying to catch him. He was running all around. And I was kind of sliding somewhat and I had to he kind of ran and I had to stop because I didn't want to run into the dining table. And when I tried to stop, my feet flew out and I fell.
Oh no.
And oh my god.
Don't knock your teeth out.
Luckily, I had somehow managed to kind of turn a little bit, so I landed on my right butt cheek instead of on my tailbone.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, so it didn't, and I kind of rolled back too. It was almost you know how they teach you how to fall properly in acting or whatever?
Oh yeah, for sure. I did wrestling.
Yeah, I basically did that without even being taught to do that, because I did do that. I kind of leaned on my right side and rolled back.
It's instinct.
I did lay there for a little bit because I was it was still a shock. My butt felt bruised, but I got up and I was fine. And my butt's fine too. I don't even have a bruise or anything like that.
Were you drinking at the time?
It's not sore.
Did you have any of that old liquid courage?
No, but I think they had just finished mopping the floors.
Oh,
and
I see. You can blame that.
They were, nice and freshly clean and
the game
sliding
was
perfection
rigged from the start. Like Fallout New Vegas. I love that game. Don't you know? Give Fallout New Vegas a good shot, because it's a good game.
Cool. Anyways, so that was my my falling story as well. It should have been on America's Funniest Video. Especially since I laid there. I was so shocked. That's probably what I laid there for. Not that I was hurt or anything like that. I was just stunned that I didn't get seriously hurt. As I lost my footing, I thought for sure, oh man, this is gonna hurt.
So I was in the middle of when I said that I went to campus, you know the big field that's in front of the business building? That's right in front of Shorter Hall?
Cruza Plaza?
Yeah, Cruz Plaza. So I went there and I was feeling energetic and I was all excited to be on campus and I went and I did a little front hand, not a front hand spring, but I was intentionally landing hard, but I hit my legs in the ground. I was doing it on purpose, but I landed my legs in the ground. I kind of hurt every joint in my body. I'm oh my gosh, I'm 27 and I'm already so old. I'm just joking. Everybody listening who's older than 27 is angry at me and just turned the podcast off. No, don't go. I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
It's not about getting old. It's about letting yourself go. And they've completely turned off the podcast now.
Yeah, because that happens to me all the time. I have I guess bad knees or whatever. So a lot of times when I stand up or whatever, especially after I've had my knees bent for so long, they pop. And I'm oh, my knees. And then you have my aunt and uncle who are you're 27. Because they're... older.
Your joints popping is good. I'm popping my joints right now, and that's releasing gases and making you good to go. That's a good thing.
It hurts.
Nah.
It hurts.
You gotta get used to it. Just keep popping them. We're not professional medical individuals here. Please don't take anything we say as professional advice.
Okay, so let's go back to St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, we got your article we haven't finished either. A physician comments of beer drinking advice. An Esquire magazine article noted that Jim Koch, co-founder and chairman of Boston Beer Company, calls yeast the secret to drinking beer all night without getting drunk. Blah, blah, blah. He pointed out the following. Oh, I thought that was the end of the article, and it was more article. That's why I read that. I was I thought this was the conclusion.
Yeah, I was actually done with this article, and you continued on with it.
Oh, I still had it up. I was still skimming it while we talked. A person who expects to get a hangover headache may take aspirin or ibuprofen with water after finishing drinking alcohol in a caffeinated drink the next morning. As for what to do with hangover nausea, in many ways the words of my grandmother ring true. That's what you get from drinking too much. That's what I take from this article. If you get a hangover, it's because you didn't drink enough water. And it's all on you. You shouldn't get any pity. Whenever I'm hungover, I don't ask for pity. I might complain. But if you pity me, you shouldn't. Because I know what I did. I know what I was doing. I'm drinking water right now.
I think our quote for today's podcast is, that's what you get for drinking too much. I like that.
So don't you know, don't drink too much this St. Patty's Day. Go moderately. Enjoy it. You don't have to get drunk to have fun. Come on, if you think you have to get drunk to have fun, you're immature and you haven't learned the ways of wisdom. You haven't learned the art of the party. It's all about pacing yourself.
Don't you know, don't spill any of your drink. No party fouls on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Bad luck for the rest of the year.
Unless you drink it up with a straw.
Lick it off the ground.
Have you ever drank up spilled liquor with a straw? It's so gross.
No.
Oh, it's so bad.
Why would I?
It like aerates and you get bubbles. It's the worst. Don't ever spill your drink. Just don't carry a drink around. Either drink it or put it down.
What's your favorite drinking game?
My favorite drinking game? Honestly, I like making up drinking games at whatever event you have, because Ring of Fire is fun and that sort of stuff is fun, and Ring of Fire is a great game. But I really like when you make up a game to whatever situation you're at. That's going to be more fun to me than anything else.
My favorite is obviously beer pong, because I rock at it.
Flip Cup's pretty good.
Flip Cup comes as a second.
I'm not that good at beer pong, but I do have a story. So, once upon a time, I was at a party. I don't remember what the party was. I was working at a Mexican restaurant at the time. We were all kind of rowdy.
I thought you were about to say it was mine. I was about to be like Jacob.
I was 9 at the time. They were doing child labor. No. Anyway, it was actually kind of a low-key party. If my mom's listening, A, I love you, and B, it was not that crazy of a party. It was a low-key adults mingling kind of thing. Anyway, they were playing beer pong. I don't really like beer pong. It's not really my style. But they invited me for a guest shot. And how can you turn down a guest shot? Because if you miss, well, that's what you get for asking me to play. And if you win, you're an absolute hero. Well, I go in, and this is like one of those parties where there are like 10 people surrounded around the beer pong table. And so I walk up and I'm like, I don't even play this game. I don't like it. I don't want to play it. And I do this thing where I had it in my sleeve and I do like 2 wind-up throws. I'm like 1, 2, and I do this underhand throw where you like put a backspin on it. And it's like how you're supposed to win if you do like the carnival game where you have to throw it in a little bottle or whatever. You should put a backspin on it so it hits the back of the lip and rolls in. Anyway, I just kind of do it and I go 1, 2, 3, and I pop it in and it hits like one of the remaining 3 cups and everyone just goes, oh! And I felt like a champion, and then I never played again. Not sure what my point was, but I had a really good sync.
Yeah, and one thing about guest shots that bothered me is when you have one person and they make it, and so then they keep continuously making them the guest shot, and it's like, dude, I'm not playing against them.
No, I did one and done. I was like, I got my one, I'm out of here. Good luck. I hope my team wins. I didn't even know if they did, but man, I got a good old cheer out of that crowd. Felt good. Felt really good.
Okay. I am pretty much done with St. Patrick's Day. I don't know anything. I feel like we didn't do too many, but I kind of knew coming in we weren't going to have too many as well.
I got a question. If you see somebody not wearing green, do you pinch them or do you just kind of give them a little ribbon?
Only if I know them.
Yeah, it's a big difference. I would never pinch a stranger. That's like crossing a boundary.
I would not pinch a stranger.
You don't know if they're crazy and have a gun.
Yeah.
We're in America. I'm not going to pinch at strangers. They might have a gun.
So, when you were younger, did your mom used to tell you when to wear green?
I don't really remember.
My mom always made sure we wore green on St. Patrick's Day.
We used to have, like, pins. Like,
all the time.
Put a pin on your shirt that was like, Kiss Me, I'm Irish or something.
Uh-huh.
But I don't really remember too much. Nowadays, honestly, I kind of forget. And then I think last year I forgot and just got lucky that I was wearing green. So I don't remember. Might have been the year before, because I did actually go out for St. Patty's Day that day. Don't remember. I don't know. I'm too old.
My shirt is No Looks Were Given.
Nice.
That's what I'm going to wear. Okay. And that's it. We would never remember when St. Patrick's was, and Mom always made sure that we wore green, though.
I always think it's fun when you have a dedicated shirt to it, but usually I just wear a shirt that's, like, got green in it, you know? Like, I get this one button down that I have that's, like, purple and yellow and green. I'll wear that, but it's not like a St. Patrick's Day shirt. I think those are cool, but I don't have any.
Yeah, I usually don't get St. Patrick's shirts, specifically. I got that one because it was, like, $5, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Nice.
And I have another one that is, like, it says Irish now, hangover later. And I got that one for free.
Nice.
So, because I had a coupon for Hot Topic. It was like $5. And it was that day it was going to expire. And I was like, well, I need to use it for something. And I was looking, and it was a tank top, but it was on sale. And I was like, okay, I'll just get that.
Yeah, it's a good deal. Nice.
So.
Cool.
Okay, well, thanks for listening to us, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it, always.
Yeah, you can send us an email at don'tyouknowpod, or send us a tweet at don'tyouknowpod. Wait, I didn't do the email right. Why'd you let me do the email wrong?
don'tyouknowpod@gmail.com.
At gmail.com. You can send us some feedback. You can send us topics that you would like us to do. You can even send us your own Don't You Knows.
Send us
our
a picture
discussions.
of you down in a beer, shotgunning it while wearing a St. Patty's Day shirt. Or don't. You could down in water. You know, we're down. We're open to all sorts of beverages. And honestly, I was being silly when I pitched it.
And lots of lucks if you subscribe, share us, or follow us.
I like it.
So.
And be a jolly old boy. That's the attempt at an Irish accent there. That's the best you're going to get from me tonight.
And that's what you get from drinking too much.
Drink water.
Until next time, guys. Bye.
See you.